As AI grows more sophisticated, cybersecurity threats are evolving faster than ever before. Understanding how Australians respond to phishing and weak authentication practices is critical for businesses looking to protect themselves online. Joining me today in studio is Geoff Schomburgk from Yubico. Geoff, it's good to see you. Right. How exactly is AI reshaping these phishing scams and things like that?
Yeah, look, we hear about this a lot. It's becoming more sophisticated. It's becoming more convincing as natural language models come in, more pervasive, starting to add deep fake, pretending to be someone.
Which is voice
and video even. Yeah, so it's becoming a lot more convincing for people.
So what do businesses need to do differently? Because this stuff seems, and as you say, is becoming more convincing. I myself used to pride myself on my ability to differentiate, but now things are getting pretty good.
Yeah, look, it's relentless because we've got these guys constantly bombarding us. So the pressure on the individual to be vigilant 100% of the time is there, but it's unrealistic.
Totally.
So there's a combination of things. Obviously, don't click the link. Ongoing awareness and education, but there are technologies around that actually remove the vigilance for the user and make it easier for them to be relaxed and confident.
It's one of these things when you've ordered a package online and then you receive something from the post office and it asks you to click on the link, and of course you're expecting the package.
Yep.
They know you're expecting a package somehow, goodness knows. Why do Australians, especially Gen Z though, remain so exposed to this kind of phishing attack?
Yeah, I think because it's relentless. Right. AI is making it so easy now. AI is a business. So yes, they do know that you've just ordered a pair of socks from Amazon. So they'll tell you something to click that link and make it convincing. But I think the younger generation, the Gen Z, they're online so much across so many different platforms. So their attack surface is much, much wider.
Yes.
And we're all time poor. So that the temptation just, yep, that's a package, click. That's what we're trying to fight against.
And there's the urgency element they tend to use as well. Do this now, act now, you will be penalised, you will be this. And if you're half asleep or you've just woken up and you may actually be susceptible to this, what does the gap between perceived and actual security practices tell us about organisations?
Yeah, I think we see it a lot. Bigger organisations, they want to protect their critical users or their privileged users, those that have got the keys to the castle. But back to the AI again, because these attacks are so pervasive, the bad guys, they know. They're like water. They'll find the easiest way in. So they'll attack the average user and who doesn't think it's important. So businesses, I think what we're trying to do is encourage them to realise that every user is a privileged user. Every user is a potential source of a cyber attack. So every user needs to be secure as much as possible across their whole organisation.
Okay, so why are Australians perhaps a little bit slower to adopt stronger authentication methods like pass keys and two-factor? How do we shift that mindset, do you think?
Yeah, I think passwords have been with us since forever for most people, and it's something that we're familiar with. So there's that familiarity and a resistance to change. Now that we've started to see some alternative methods of multi-factor come in, they're based on convenience. And there's still a perception that those methods are okay. There's we talk about MFA fatigue, and there's that balance between security and convenience.
Totally. Every time you're trying to log in on something, it's like, oh, I'll sign into that app and it says, sign in on another device, do this over here. And I always sense that frustration, but then I go, no, this is actually a good thing to have in place.
And the perception is that security and convenience have been mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
Again, the industry has developed this thing called passkeys, and in the recent authentication survey that Yubico released, at least 64% of people are now familiar with passkeys. These are phishing resistant. This technology takes away the reliance on the vigilance of the user. So we're starting to see this momentum building, and that's a good thing.
Absolutely, get out of that fight or flight mode that so many of us live in. But what does low action after breaches say about Australia's cyber readiness? And how important is that behavioural change? Yeah,
look, a behaviour change is a critical topic here, and I think there's a couple of things. In larger organisations, generally there's a fear of embarrassment. If you've been breached, why would you want to report and say, look, hey, I've been breached? There's a fear of the repercussions. You've been breached, therefore you're going to be punished. So those things sort of make it difficult and challenging for people to want to acknowledge that they have been breached. But it comes down to behaviour change again. And in our world, we talk about people, process and technology.
Okay.
Technology, phishing-resistant passkeys, it's available. Our government in Australia is doing a really good job of promoting that.
The Essential 8?
Yep, the Essential 8. The big tech giants, Microsoft, Apple, Google, they're making it available and exposing it. And we're starting to see it on all the platforms that we interact with, like Facebook, on a regular basis. It's available. So the tech, it's there. Now it's about encouraging that behaviour change and focusing on that people element.
Geoff, if people want to find out more about this, where's the best place to connect with you or someone from the team at Yubico to get that research, etc.?
Yeah, look, the Yubico.com, the website, is a pretty good source of information. I'm on LinkedIn and always happy to chat to people if they want to know more.
Beautiful. Thanks for joining me on the program and giving us a timely reminder of keeping on top of this stuff.
Pleasure, Mike. Thank you.